Hi, everybody. Rachel Tita here on this January 30th. We have crazy video to show you. This out-of-control van narrowly missing this school bus right there as the doors even open on the school bus. We now know that a student was going to exit. The bus driver pulled that student back as they saw this car coming up in their rearview mirror. But that's not all. It also almost hit that truck right there, clipping it on the side before it veered off into the woods. No kids were hurt on this on the bus, and this was on Route 7 outside of Pittstown today around 2:40 in the afternoon. Investigators tell News Channel 13 one man from the van was arrested after this. Another person treated at the scene. Taniko Penix has more details about this coming up on News Channel 13 live at 11 tonight. We're also learning more information about the status of multiple suspects who were charged in connection to a standoff that happened last week, and we brought you a live coverage of that as it was happening. 3 people were arrested in connection with the shots fired incident, and that led to an hours-long standoff on 7th Avenue 1 week ago. Nobody was hurt. Today, the Watervliet police chief tells us that 2 of the 3 suspects have been released. He says one of those 2 also facing an open gun charge out of Colony from last April. The chief said in a statement that judges need more discretion in deciding what happens to a defendant and said, quote, "Without question, this restriction has vividly contributed to the release of countless offenders to wreak havoc in communities that the criminal justice system is designed to protect," end quote. Let me bring in first warning meteorologist Monique Martinez, who is tracking a much quieter scene than what we saw over the weekend.
Yeah, no winter storms to track. So the weather department is getting a little break this week with this quiet weather pattern that we'll see. But clouds are continuing to dominate this week as well. Now, tomorrow we'll see limited breaks of sunshine, but clouds will continue to dominate as we head throughout the weekend. Now, here's the good news. Behind Friday's passing cold front, more sunshine will filter in, and not expecting any storms this weekend as well. So we are largely dry on First Warning Live Doppler radar. Again, that quiet trend will continue as we head throughout the week. Temperatures right now are in the upper 20s, lower 30s, 31 right now in Rensselaer, 30 in Voorheesville and Schenectady, 29 in Saratoga Springs, and 26 right now in Hunter. Pittsfield right now, 28 degrees as well, so right on par with what we're seeing across the region, and it feels like 19 degrees in Pittsfield. So let's take you hour by hour. Overnight lows tonight will drop down into the 20s, but temperatures will moderate because we have that dominant cloud cover in place. Today's high temperature actually topped out in the lower 30s, so temperatures will only drop a few degrees overnight. As you start the day tomorrow, we do have that chance of spotty rain and snow showers in the forecast, but looking very spotty in nature. We stay largely dry as we head throughout the day on Wednesday, again with limited breaks of sunshine, and temperatures will stay in the 30s. High temperatures tomorrow will top out in the mid to upper 30s, so a similar day to what we saw today, just a little bit milder, and by the evening looking largely dry across the region with temperatures in the 30s by 4:15. By 10:15, we'll still see those temperatures in the upper 20s, lower 30s. And again, we will continue that dry stretch as we head throughout the week. Overnight lows tonight will drop down into the mid-20s, mostly cloudy and cold tonight with winds coming in from the south. A high of 38 tomorrow, mostly cloudy with some sunny breaks in the morning and afternoon. But again, those sunny breaks will be very limited in nature. By Thursday, we have a weak disturbance that will track in, and temperatures will be near 40. Then we have a cold front that will work in on Groundhog Day on Friday, and temperatures are in the upper 30s. We turn breezy on Saturday and Sunday, but again, looking like no storms to track this weekend, so that is very good news.
It is indeed. Thank you so much, Monique. One more story here before we wrap up this update. 2 people from Bennington have been arrested in connection to a homicide of a 17-year-old in Danby, Vermont, nearly 2 years ago. Ashley Wicks and Sean Bolson are facing charges related to a deadly shooting of Isaiah Rodriguez. Both suspects will be arraigned tomorrow. Police say the homicide happened after an argument between a group of people about drug trafficking and stolen guns. Rodriguez's body was found on the side of the road in February of 2022. So a lot of stories that we're covering here tonight. Taniko Penix is going to have more information on the out-of-control van that hit the truck, continuing to ask questions about exactly the status of the people who were in the white van, and we'll have an update coming up at 11 o'clock. We'll see you then.